river of my dreams leads on to the sea, the ocean. Oh, to unfurl the sails of my hopes and guide the mighty ships across the deep and dark waters.
ওরে বগলে থাকিলে বাঁচি নইলে প্রাণে মারারে নদী তুমি নি দেখাছো আমার বন্ধুরে.
As a seafaring nation, India has a history that dates back to ancient times, to the glory that was Ind. Lothal Dockyard, near the Gulf of Cambay, Gujarat. Unearthed 2 decades ago, this Harappan structure is the largest built by any Bronze Age community for handling sea cargo. With the ships, India sailed forward steadily towards the Golden Age. But in later years, as the horizon narrowed and darkened, came the decline and fall. The riches of the land had aroused the greed of imperialists, and India fell a victim to their crafty designs. All the knowledge and experience of shipbuilding and seafaring appeared lost forever. It was a long time before the clouds cleared and the sun danced on the waves again.
Mrs. Sumadibin Morarji, will you please tell about the contribution of Scindias to Indian merchant marine?
Scindias are the pioneers and founders of modern Indian shipping and shipbuilding. Before them, many attempts were made by Indians to run shipping services, but they could not succeed due to unfavorable policies followed by then alien rulers.
Undaunted, Narottam Morarji and his associates launched the Scindia Steam Navigation Company on March the 27th, 1919. The first national shipyard was also built by the Scindia Company at Visakhapatnam. The foundation stone was laid by Dr. Rajendra Prasad in June 1941. Within a year of freedom, the first Indian-built ship, Jala Usha, was launched by Jawaharlal Nehru in March 1948. The call of the sea stirred the minds and hearts of the youth. The Directorate of Marine Engineering Training was established in 1949 with its headquarters in Calcutta and a branch establishment in Bombay. The 4-year course is going to be reoriented to meet the actual needs at sea.
Good morning. Please sit down and hand over your papers here. What is your name? So my name is R. Basu. What does R stand for? R stands for Rajesh. What was the reason for your applying to this? So I've joined this career because it's full of unusual experiences. You can see people of different types, and above all, it's a well-paid profession, and of course you can learn different languages. Rajesh, what school do you come from? So I come from Don Bosco. In Calcutta? Yes, sir. Have you been to the riverside on the Hooghly? Yes, I have been quite often for tours. Have you seen any ships? Yes, sir. I've seen a few ships.
With independence, the dream gradually gathered shape and substance. But India had still a long way to go. The capital-intensive nature of the shipping industry demands state participation to accelerate the pace of progress. Let us talk to Mr. C.P. Srivastava, who was, till recently, chairman of the Shipping Corporation of India.
When we attained independence, India had hardly any shipping worth the name. Today, India has over 4 million deadweight tons of shipping tonnage, consisting of tankers, bulk carriers, cargo liners, passenger ships, in order to find the money which is needed for shipping development. In fact, state is providing money, even private sector. But certainly, state had to come in directly to invest in shipping. And with that investment, India shipping has developed so much that India is right at the top of the developing world. Public sector now has as many as 99 ships, and our 100th ship is about to be delivered. And we have over 2 million tons of shipping tonnage in the public sector, in the Shipping Corporation of India.
A centralized authority, the Directorate General of Shipping, with its offices in Bombay, is in charge of examination and certification of masters and mates and marine engineers. Training has to keep up with the rapid advance in marine technology and navigational aids. Training ship Rajendra, commissioned in 1972, now carries on the excellent tradition established for around 45 years by the Dufferin. Cadets are first selected on the basis of an All India competitive examination from among the age group of 16 to 18 years. The pre-sea training in navigation covers a period of 2 years. Later, the cadets are put to sea for service as deck apprentices for 3 years. On completion, they become eligible for the examination for the Certificate of Competency as second mate foreign going. The seaman training is of a short duration, 6 months, and is free. Over 20,000 personnel of the Merchant Navy have had their training so far, either on Bhadra in Calcutta, Mekhala at Visakhapatnam, or Nalakshi, a shore training establishment at Navalakhi, Gujarat.
In, out, 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 in, out.
Theory and practicals, from the classroom to the workshop. to face the reality of the dream. The Hindustan shipyard at Visakhapatnam has added to date about 61 ships to India's merchant fleet. Ships of the highest classification of Lloyd's. On completion of the program, the shipbuilding capacity of the Hindustan shipyard would have more than doubled to 80,000 deadweight tonnage. The Garden Reach Workshops, Calcutta, handles repair work of ocean-going vessels, harbour craft, inland craft, designing and construction of dredgers of all types, tugs and barges. Mazgaon Dock, Bombay, the oldest shipyard in the country, the first dry dock here having been built in 1774. Warships as well as merchant vessels, complicated repair jobs, general engineering. For defense, destroyers, frigates, floating docks, assault boats. The goal, self-sufficiency. With the ships, trained personnel to man them, engineers and navigators. The Lal Bahadur Shastri Nautical and Engineering College, Bombay. Both the engineering and navigation departments in their respective spheres provide a post-sea course in preparation for the Certificate of Competency examination. The casualty ratio of Indian shipping is the lowest in the world, something to be proud of. The seamen's employment is well regulated through specific agencies to avoid corruption and exploitation. Apart from trained hands, unskilled labor has also to be recruited for the deck, engine room and saloon departments. Also, the scheme helps ship owners select the crew of their choice while giving the same freedom to seamen. All this service is free for both the parties. The seamen, on articles and off articles, receive free treatment and hospitalization facilities in the seamen's clinics and other hospitals. The National Welfare Board for Seafarers, set up by the government, advises on welfare measures both on board and on shore. A variety of amenities for rest and relaxation. Both officers and men are entitled to various benefits: Provident Fund, gratuity, death and disability compensation, and the like. The National Maritime Day, celebrated on April the 5th, commemorates the journey of the first Indian-owned vessel in international waters, the Voyage of Loyalty from Bombay to London. Selected men of the Merchant Navy are honored for their sense of duty and courage on that day. From shore to shore, from port to port, the romance of a long, long voyage. A new India carries on the tradition of goodwill of ancient days. The lost horizon is now being regained.
ওরে দিনের সুরুজ বন্ধু আমার, রাইতের চন্দ্র তারা, ওরে বগলে থাকিলে বাঁচি, নইলে প্রাণে মারারে নদী। তুমি দেখাছো আমার বন্ধুরে।